Uncle Unlimited! This is an interjection by the legal department. Thank you for your ongoing and continued cooperation. Please pay close attention to the following considerations. Thank you in advance for your continued and most valuable support on this matter. Where are we? Yes, okay. Right. So, clause 1, terms and conditions apply forever. And please note, while the text reads results not guaranteed, what we actually mean is your complete failure is entirely upon you. Mindset is non-refundable. Listening to this audio, viewing this broadcast may cause severe emotional distress, or far more dangerously, a sudden onset of unearned common sense, where it states a loss of tolerance for fake gurus. Allow me to clarify. This includes, but is not limited to, men in oversized suits on LinkedIn and self-proclaimed life strategists who wear turtlenecks in July. Moving down, where the documents explicitly advise you to tell blokes to sod off, our legal department strongly concurs. Please do so with haste. Finally, regarding your parasocial behaviour, by remaining on this channel, you hereby waive all rights to blame us for your questionable life choices, your sudden mood swings, your leaky bucket purchases, or any general unprovoked grumpiness. Right. Let's just turn the page. Where was I? Okay, and page 2, moving swiftly on to line 7. Impulse buys and any mind control-like symptoms. Allow us to translate. If you go out and buy a useless gadget, an overpriced ice bath, or a tiny top hat after watching this, that is entirely your own emotional vulnerability at play. We provide educational entertainment content only. Now, regarding other serious side effects, which you already assume full responsibility over, these include, not limited to, sudden onset mumps, scurvy, unprovoked rickets, excessive pizza cravings, unexplained elbow itchiness, Oswowski's, total fence disappearance, and general existential dread. Right, and also... Right. And finally, you've already agreed to these terms by listening to this audio. Excellent. Consent has already been forcibly assumed on your behalf. Welcome to the show. Have a great day. Best wishes from the legal department. A village snake was notorious for biting everybody. Passing wise man taught the snake non-violence, telling it to stop harming people. The snake agreed and became completely peaceful. But soon the village boys realized the snake wouldn't bite anymore. So they started kicking it, throwing stones at it, and dragging it by its tail. Until the poor snake was bruised and bleeding. The snake slithered back to the sage and complained, "I followed your advice, and now I'm near death." The sage looked at him calmly and said, "I told you not to bite people. I never told you to stop hissing." Being kind doesn't mean removing your teeth. If you don't hiss, people will step on you. Hello and welcome to... Is framing alright? Welcome to my video. This is my channel. What do you think of my lighting? I kind of like it. Framing's alright, isn't it? Got the window open. Hold on a sec. I was just thinking, I've got a lot of stuff here that's interesting. This is my dad's teddy bear, and he basically had it in his Nissan. They used to call them Datsuns in those days. And I was really embarrassed about that car. It had like furry seats, and the seats were kind of this artificial polyester that made me kind of sick on long journeys, or feel sick on long journeys as a kid. And he used to have this hanging up in his car, and they gave it to me. I mean, he passed away a while ago, but they gave it to me to kind of remember him by. And the irony about this little guy, he's actually older than me. I think my dad got this in the 60s or the 70s, so this lad is older than me. He's probably older than most people who are watching, if anyone is watching. But he's also older than most people in the UK, I would say, because he's 66 potentially, or older, maybe 70. And I got a lot of other cool stuff here. I mean, I started collecting camera gear, and I got these sort of triggers that you can use. I was quite into my photography, and I got these from Calumet, which was a great camera store. I think this camera is slightly wonky, isn't it? From a camera store which they demolished to make way for the HS2, which hasn't actually gone ahead, I don't think, properly, but they've still demolished it. And then I got this one called Harnell Gigabyte Pro 2, which is like a fancier version of a camera trigger. You put this on the camera and you trigger it using this. But none of these things work anymore because I've upgraded my camera. I've since sold my camera. And yeah, none of this stuff works. I'm trying to get it to work. I love retro tech. I've also got this. I don't know why I'm showing you this. This used to be one of the coolest phones around. Look how small it is. And it sort of lights up blue when somebody calls you, and that was kind of cool. It's like, hello. So I'm trying to get this to work again. It's got like a little... it doesn't work when you don't have the antenna. For some reason, I unscrewed the antenna. I've got to find it. And what I liked about this, it came with a battery. This is the thin one, but it also came with a thicker one. So you had 2 batteries, which is kind of cool. I think it should still work with a GSM. You know, Samsung. This is Samsung. Cool, right? If Samsung's watching, check it out. Oh, here we go. Here's this thinner battery. So this is actually the thick battery, if you can see, and this is the thinner battery. It's madness. Look how thin this is. It's like slightly smaller than this battery. Absolute madness. And yeah, I've got, you know, other things like I even bought this. It's worth £144. Never even opened it properly. Oh no, I did open it and then I put it back together. It's kind of a beauty dish, which you can put together and take sort of more beautiful shots on your model. It makes them look more beautiful. Let me just try and make this better. Hold on. There you go. Is that better? So I'm a bit of a kind of... Oh. Is that better? Yeah. So I'm a bit of a kind of... a guy who likes interesting things. So I like doing creative stuff. You know, I was always a creative growing up and never got the opportunity. So when I started my career, I bought a lot of this gear to kind of compensate my career in finance, and I went out and I bought camera equipment and things like that. Suffice to say, I've not really used a lot of it. I've even got my dad's camera that I inherited. This is really cool. This is like a 16mm camera. Look how small this is compared to the Samsung. Can you see? Oh my god. So small, see? But it's like... so cool, right? So yeah, I mean obviously the lid's on, but it's got like a little... I think this is an f4 lens, aperture lens. So like it's like a standard 28mm probably. Yeah, it's an f4 wide angle. Hanimar lens. It's a Hanimex camera, VEF compact. But look how cool that is. It's such a cool little camera to take out. And then you've got different, obviously, settings for the sun, the shade. You know, kind of cool. And the lens cap, you can put a little flash on top. I think it came with a flash. It's kind of a big thing. And then it's got like a little easy... Remember those little sort of lenses you used to put in? Films you used to put in, really small ones, 16mm. I'd like to get a 16mm and sort of mess around with this at some point. So I will be interestingly going through a lot of these things and hanging out. You know, it's just a dead cat that I've got for one of my Rode mini microphones. I'm trying to get a microphone sorted out for this this camera because I know there's going to be some issues with it. And yeah, and I've got obviously the background paper. I need to set up my lights again, my Pro Photos. I've got B1s, proper studio lights. Not really been using them. It's like a lens shade. Look how old this is. This is like a 50mm 1.4 f1.7 Rockor lens. Don't know what it is. There's nothing really in here. There's just this really, like a really old battery thing. Don't quite know what that is. Anyone know what that is? So I'm hoping to do videos where we just do a mix up of certain things. I'm writing a children's book, well, a young adult's book, which is kind of an Indiana Jones style meets Harry Potter kind of style story. And I've written half of it. I've planned 10 books. And I've written a coaching book, so I've done non-fiction already. That's out. And I did a little smaller book, The Little Book of Silence it's called, as a sort of companion to my web app that I built called stoptheworld.app. So go and check it out if you want to kind of stop the world and have some peace. Remember this, Lord of the Rings? They came as bookshelf, like pieces of stone. Really beautiful. Can you see? Got these with the limited edition box sets, the advanced editions. But it looks like both of them, the hands are broken, see? Somebody's like broken the hands. So obviously when I had them left in my sister's house, they've chopped off the hands. And the other one's gone as well. The other one's chipped. That's a shame. These were like collector's items. So the other one's been chipped too. And the back of his head's gone. And the front of his face is gone. And his fingers are gone as well. This bit's been chipped as well. The mystery of the missing bookends. What happened to these hands, do you think? It's crazy. What happened to them? I've also got this, which is really cool. Never got rid of it. Never threw it away. This used to be the legend of its time. This is a Sony f717. Superb, cool camera. Check this out. It actually was a camera that moved around. The lens moved around. Flash attachment to it as well. But it's kind of cool, right? It's got a Carl Zeiss 2 to 2.4, 9.7. It's a 9.7 to 48.5 lens. So it's like a super wide angle to a standard 50. And if you put the flash on, this thing would pop up. This flash bit would pop up like and be the flash. It's kind of cool, built-in flash. So I've not really used it for ages, but it's kind of cool. Sony used to take memory sticks for this, so I have to learn how to use this, and it's kind of cool, right? As a little, you could even get like it's got the USB thing there. You could even get like a little video camera set up for it. It's a camera, but it's also got video camera settings and stuff like that. But I'd love to shoot on this again. Really cool, right? Check it out. Cool, right? I'm doing a lot of hackathons at the moment, and the problem I have is that it's difficult to do a hackathon when you don't have a laptop, and they keep inviting me to go to London to hackathons. And I've got a computer at home, but I don't have a laptop anymore. But I had this super nice M1 MacBook Pro upgraded to 16 gig RAM, which at the moment now, having 16 gig is a minimum if you want it to run any of the modern up-to-date Apple software updates, and also have it run stably, as well as if you're dealing with any sort of high-end things like AI and stuff. And the irony is my one, I upgraded to that like 6 years ago. In addition to that, I upgraded the hard drive to 2 terabytes. So it was a beast of a laptop. And I had it nicked. And then recently I just bit the bullet and I thought I need to buy this replacement laptop. So I got this great offer in town in St Albans. There's a second-hand shop, and I went in and the guy was like selling a MacBook M1 16 gig for, well, it was an 8 gig, and I was a bit reluctant to buy the 8 gig, and I thought I need the 16 gig. But the price was really good. So I was doing research with AI in the coffee shop next door saying, should I get it, should I not? And then we looked at the price compared to, having the 16 thing. And the AI thing said, well, you got a computer at home, so why don't you just do it and use the heavy lifting for the one at home? And for light coding and just writing code, it's worth you, and for writing your scripts and stuff, it's worth you doing that, right? So I thought, why not? Stopped and went, I'm being far too nice.
And I've always been accused recently of being too nice, right? So I'm always chatting to the work people in the shops, and I'm always nice to people in shops, coffee shops, and you know, when I go to a club, a bouncer or a bar, outside the bouncer, I'm always nice to them, and the bar staff, people serving in pubs and all that. But I've been told off sometimes for talking to people I don't know and being too nice. So my friends are saying. So what I did is I sort of stopped and went back to the coffee shop, and I said to AI, what should I be checking? You know, just to make sure I'm not being too nice and not checking properly. And it's lucky because AI gave me a few basic things to check. Went back in, and I was talking to the other guy's colleague. And the other guy just went straight out and he said, there's no refunds, by the way, which I thought was against customer rights. But I just went, okay, no refunds. I better double check it then, right? So I had a look and I opened up the laptop and I actually asked the guy to log in, and I said, can I look at the about page on the Mac? There's a little apple in the top corner. Look at the about and have a look at the spec. And he opened the spec, and you know what the page said? It didn't say M1, which got me confused. It said i5. So I said to him, now i5 is not even i7, because I saw another laptop in the shop nearby which was i7 for about 100 something bucks. That was 16 gig RAM, 512 hard drive, so it's top spec if you get a Mac 1 M1 like that. But it was like i5, which is like not even the i7, it's like further back than that. Pretty much out of service, out of everything. And the guy said, oh, no, and he tried to skim over, and I said, no, hold on, this is not the M1, right? Like, the label says M1. And he had a look at it, and he goes, yeah, somebody must have put the wrong label, blah, 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 and tries to, and I just went, I can't get this, of course, it's nowhere near what I need. So I just left the shop. I just said, I polite to him, I said, look, if you find something that I need, then let me know, but I left in disappointment. Went home, jumped onto eBay, and I started looking at 1,000 odd entries of freaking laptops, and everyone I came across, trying to get the price right, basic spec, and everyone I came across, the M1s are the only ones you can really get for the price range I wanted. Didn't want to spend loads of money. Didn't have loads of money, so just wanted to get the basic M1, 16 gig minimum, 512 hard drive if possible, but 256 and 8 gig were the ones that were showing up the most. And basically, I kept finding issues with the ones that were higher spec. Kept finding issues like, oh, but the screen's broken. Oh, but this is happening, that happening. So in the end, I just copied the description and I put it onto AI, and I just asked AI to tell me, you know, is this good? Is this not? Compared to price. AI would say, no, it's not good because you've got this bit in the description's out, or that screen's cracked and that's not good, and it will cost you this much to fix it, and all this stuff. Till the end, I was about to get something for 256, 16 gig one for 256, roughly around quite a lot more. While the AI was saying, this is great, go for it, I found another one which was just buy it now. Because a lot of these were like bid for, and you don't know if they're low prices, you know that the prices is going to go up anyway. So then there was one that said buy it now, and it was spec I wanted, and it was decent price, and I went to the AI, it looks like nothing's wrong with it, it's a little scratch, apart from that, what do you think? And the AI just went, oh, we'll definitely get it, go for it. And I said, there's 3 people, this is sitting in 3 people's baskets. I haven't used eBay for ages, for many years. I used to be a top rated seller on eBay, so I used to sell these wind chimes that I shipped from China. And nowadays, you've got all these YouTubers who are like, you know, we're drop shippers, we'll do this, we'll do that. In the old days, I bought a massive crate of wind chimes from China, a big box of them, and I would resell them on eBay. And is that sort of the hustle before anyone's really chatting about Gary V and stuff about flipping. And I had this, and basically, anyway, I was a good reseller. I had about 100% feedback, and it was great. Anyway, so I was sitting there, and I said, oh, it's in 3 people's baskets, and I was like, oh, panicking. Oh, you gotta go, and you gotta get it. And then I said, oh, there's also about, I don't know, 20 odd people watching it, and it's a buy it now, so anyone could just buy it, right? So I went through the motions, and then my bank obviously triggered a thing and said, oh no, you have to go into the app and all this stuff. And then my friend called me, seeing if I was going to come out. All this stuff happened. I was like, freaking out a little bit. So I rang my friend and I just said to him, look, I need to get this done. So I did it. And I hit the thing and I got the laptop. So laptops, that was Friday. Laptop is, oh God, literally breaking. I just broke the seal off the top of this phone. Oh dear, it's not great. Yeah, it's not good at all. Anyway, there's a little hole there. Oops. And it had a cover on it, and I think I've just broken the cover. Oops. Laptops delivered on meant to be delivered Monday, Tuesday. I need it quite urgently because I had a hackathon on Friday to go to. The shop let me down. I could have got it from the shop and legged it to the hackathon. He knew I was desperate, so he probably knew it wasn't the laptop because I left the shop a few times. And rightly or wrongly, I almost fell into a trap of being too nice and buying a laptop without realising and checking it. Luckily, I did check it. So this is the unboxing of this laptop that I bought. Had my laptop stolen a few years back, and this is similar one to what I had. I probably had a much better spec on mine, and also had a MacBook Pro. So let's unbox this and check it out, shall we? Let's have a look. Let's go back a bit. In fact, it's probably better to do it in the gear room. Let's go to the gear room. Okay, so we're gonna unbox it now. Let's unbox this. Is it sealed at the bottom, is it? Okay. So this is actually a M1, which is quite an old MacBook, but it's still quality. And I managed to get the 16 gig graphics on it, which is pretty cool. So it comes with this, which is an adapter. Okay, let's take a look what this is. Yeah, so 16 gig graphics is like the basis for any AI kind of thing, and my old computer had that as an upgrade, which was quite significant. Blistering machine. Quite impressed by it actually. So this is the adapter that it's come with, which is cool. It looks like a bona fide Apple one. Not sure if it is though, but it looks like it. So look, USB cable. Take a look. Yeah, USB cable. It looks pretty good. Looks new actually. It's pretty decent. Let's unwind this because we'll need to. There's the USB cable. And then you've got the plug. Looks like a proper Mac one. Yeah. I think my my charger that I got was, I don't know if it was the same or not, but anyway, bit of packaging. Look at this. Pretty cool that he sealed it in this, whoever it was. It's good. And then we're gonna, here's another bit of packaging inside the box, and then that's it. Let's take a look at this device. So we've got this. It's sealed. So how do we open this? How do we open this up? Actually, I might keep the packaging in case I need to do something with it. And here's the Mac. Pretty nice. Not much damage at all on the front. Looks great. There's a little bit of a scratch on here, but I think they told us about that before. And the back looks epic. Pretty good. Even the little things on the bottom have nothing's really happened on them. There's no ballooning, no damage. A few scratches, but yeah, this looks alright too. Space grey, just like my old laptop. It's a bit heavy. I thought this was like a Mac Air, but it feels like it's not super slim. It feels more like a MacBook to me. But MacBook Pro, sorry. Let's have a look. Okay. Right, it boots up immediately. Should just boot to the Apple screen. Let's take a look. Apple welcome screen, which is good. Just do it this way so you can see. Looks good. Keys look fine. no damage here. Trackpad. What does it say? Continue. And then we'll probably boot this up. But all in all, decent purchase, I think. I haven't seen if the screen's got any damage. It doesn't look like it has. Bit of fading at the top, but nothing really to be worried about. I have to check for pixels and stuff. But yeah, all in all, M1 apart from this scratch, M1 Mac, MacBook Air. I had a MacBook Pro, a MacBook Air 512 hard drive, so not a massive hard drive, but it's decent. I think my one was upgraded to 2 terabytes, so that was ridiculous. And this is light, but not so light. I mean, my MacBook Pro is pretty much the same weight, so that's strange. But you know, all in all, decent machine and decent condition. Just have to set it up and see, run some tests on it, power tests, and see if it first of all works okay. So I managed to get it to work.
The colours of the sky fade with the setting sun.
The colours of the sky.
The colours of the sky fade with...
The colours of the sky.
The colours of the sky fade with the setting sun, as the stars begin to shine through the clear night.
I've noticed a few sort of rough edges around here, but apart from that, there you go, we're up and running. So let's just check the battery. Battery says, okay, let's see battery settings. Just want to see what the level of battery is. They said it was about 80 something. Battery health was about 80%, so 85, yeah, cool. I don't agree laptops, even Apple ones, should be this expensive, given that the processors are M1s and we're at M5 already. You can get a brand new M5 MacBook for something like £1,200. If you get it from America or another country, for UK it'd be even cheaper. You know, M5, so people are still selling M1s for like 700-800 quid, which I think is ridiculous, because you're saying that 200-400 gap you're going to fit in the M1 Pro, the M2, the M3, the M4. It just does not make sense to do that. So the fact I got this at the sort of base level price, I would have liked to get it for about below 300, but the fact it's a 16 gig upgraded RAM, which gives it a bit more life, I'm super happy. It's got a bit of a scratch on it, which bothers me a little bit, but apart from that, happy that charger looks new, and hopefully the battery's on 85%. I think below 80 is the issue, it becomes an issue. So I'm quite happy with it, and I think yeah, I look forward to given the recent things I've been selling and not getting great deals on them, it's be really good to when you actually get a decent price thing, you know. So great seller, fast service, really happy, and obviously doesn't beat my M1 MacBook Pro that I had, because I think I had a 2 terabyte hard drive on it, and top of the range graphics, again 16 gig. But I think the performance of this machine is actually just slightly better than the MacBook Pro. So this was late 2020. Not sure if my MacBook Pro was actually 2021 though. I have to check. We are where we are, right? I'm happy that I've managed to become mobile again. So yeah, that's my unboxing of this MacBook Pro M1 16 gig version that I got off eBay for sort of mid 300s, which I'm happy about. I look forward to using it for the next few years. Laptop sorted, ace, fantastic, on a buzz from Sunday. And then this morning, I had all these people outside the flat, basically load of people just talking. I think they're here from certain the people who own the kind of the whole development, and they're basically the freeholder, and they're basically just, you know, checking for fire safety. You know, after Grenfell, a lot of flats, they sort of have to do all these checks, and they're just sort of stopping people, asking questions with clipboards. And I just thought, oh, I just can't be dealing with this. The windows are open, and you know, the loud guy talking from like 8 in the morning, and I just could hear everything. So I thought I'll just go around into the car park and go the side way and escape these people and go into town. This is the secret garden next to the Abbey in St Albans. Look how beautiful it is. Super nice.
There's a squirrel over there running by the bins, but I couldn't capture him. But such a peaceful environment here. Abbey's just over there, if you can see it. I'm just going to go and head in the Abbey for a bit. Hello, Mr. Magpie. Where's Mrs. Magpie? Always say that when you see a magpie. Two for joy, right? Anyway. Those children's books you used to read when you were little, and they had these little sort of secret entrances to gardens and stuff. It's like one of these. Got really nice benches here. This magnificent tree's probably been around here since the dawn of time. Be good to see how like old it is. It's like amazing. See the size of the trunk? Once upon a time there was this leafy happy tree standing in a field. A young boy walked up to it, and because the tree was kind and had zero boundaries and just wanted to be liked, it greeted the kid. Before you know it, the boy brought his mates over, and they completely stripped the tree clean of its apples and ate every single one. One guy passing bought some off the boy and passed out on the ground completely stuffed, and the boys stood there counting cash from selling all the fruit. The tree just stood there in shock at how fast they cleaned him out. But that wasn't enough for the boy. He begged the tree to give him some branches so he could build this elaborate wooden house. The tree agreed, and now stripped down to just a stump, he politely asked how the house turned out, only for the boy to scoff and moan about the fact that the wood was of low quality. The boy came back later and asked the tree if he could hollow it out and use the rest of the wood to build a Viking ship. The tree agreed, and soon it was sitting there hollow and empty. As a second person walked up looking at the empty patch of dirt, very much needing a shade to rest and an apple to eat, he looked at the tree, but the tree had nothing left to give. It had given every branch, every leaf, every piece of wood, and every piece of fruit away to the boy, who didn't even seem to appreciate it. The tree lay there in the dirt as a hollowed out log, staring at the sky, completely confused as to why ultimate love and kindness had left it hollow, empty, and unable to help anyone ever again. Overgiving to people who exploit you doesn't just destroy you, it drains you so much, so that you don't have anything left for the people or things that really matter, even yourself. A little nice garden on the side. You can sit here as well, which is super nice. Sumpter yard, they call it. Oh, this is nice, really nice view. Let's go and have a look. Very nice view of the garden, and then you have the tree over there and the abbey next to us. Very peaceful. We stop here for a little while. These are the guys left over from the festival. So the tapestry made by the school children to denote the history of the abbey. So, and these are very famous phrases that are very, very old. Very old. And if you look at the last pillar, you see? If you look at the last pillar, it's actually round, this one. And it's because it's actually got, they found a staircase inside it that leads all the way up to the roof. So, longest nave in a cathedral, I think in England, or pretty much. If you look at all this, amazing, isn't it? Beautiful glass windows everywhere. So, super beautiful rose window opened by Diana when I was a little boy, I came and saw her, so there's a plaque of her down there. This is the secret chapel that I come into sometimes to pray for a bit. As people are too loud outside, so it's very helpful today when you've got noisy. I think they've got a school visit they're preparing for, so a lot of noise outside. So I'm just gonna have some peace here today. Stop the world for a bit. How beautiful this is. Amazing. It's really cool. These are the icons that were created to tell the story of St. Alban, which is really cool. Actually one of my favourite spots to hang out. And as I mentioned the magpie rhyme earlier, guess who's popped up? Two for joy. Mr. and Mrs. Magpie. Haha, that's lucky. Hello mate. Hello sir. Hello madam. think I got really lucky with the fact there's not many people here at all, so it's kind of nice, you know, being here. Really super nice. Somebody's chopping the grass somewhere behind. I want to go to my favourite spot now where I stop the world and just pause and reflect. You got a bunch of geese marching, can you see them? Mr. Squirrel. Hello, mate. Another geese family hanging out. It might be Papa over there. Just like your adventure books. And I used to hang out in these willows, weeping willows. I find my secret spot, which they've kind of not really kept very well, have they? People who put junk and stuff there. I really hate people who just leave their trash when there are bins on the lake, you know? It's just really, really annoying. But anyway, come and sit here in peace for a bit. And stop the world. A little annoying that they're doing massive gardening noise, but apart from that, it's kind of peaceful here. I'm going to try and buy one of those better microphones because I'm sure the mic here is probably a little bit noisy. Ah, finally. You see the other side of the lake. Kind of beautiful, isn't it? Then you've got the Roman wall over there. And then you've got the lake, the Verlainian bit goes all the way back there. Goes all the way back there and you can just walk for miles. Really nice. Peaceful. Little baby just came out of the water. You're looking for your mother. I don't know where she is, mate. Is she there? She's there in the water. Looks like that. The parents are there, maybe. Roman wall. Dates back thousands of years. oldest pub in England, one of my favourite hangouts, and the people are lovely. Had my really important birthday here. Nice roadside flowers. Really beautiful. We have the Abbey. And this is the gatehouse. It's a very old building as well. Now part of a boys' school. A lot of gear just to shoot a little thing here. It's like interesting, eh? Let's see the camera over there. Massive. Making a simple pasta. So we've got mushrooms, garlic, onion, and some spinach as well, for good measure. 1 tomato. And then I've got this sort of nice rigatoni. I'll put some oregano in here as well. We're just boiling this and then we're going to thicken it. So we basically got the pasta and black tea. And we're watching Superman, the classic. This is the special edition version of Superman. One of the best films of all time. I've had many channels on YouTube where I've just did videos and deleted them. I delete my videos all the time. And I just need to just pin myself down to doing videos and having confidence. I find it really hard, you know. I've done films, a few shorts, and I've done a half a feature where I've been behind camera and in front of camera, and I find it incredibly hard to be in front of camera. Terrible about looking in the right place. You know, in film, you look this way, you don't look at the camera. Obviously, you break the fourth wall. And so I just wanted to do something new, and I don't know, I'm trying to find my style. So it's almost like building in public in a way, like you do startups. And so I just thought I'd hit play and just go for it, and see. And I don't even know what this video is about, what the edit will turn up, how this will sort of play in real life, if people will like it or not. And I think I can only do 15 minutes anyway, so I don't know what's going to happen with it. So maybe I need to load it on a new channel. But I don't want loads of channels like I always do. Hundreds of channels. I just want one. So I keep changing the name of it. So I don't know. This is all a bit of fun. This is like my side stuff to keep myself kind of entertained, if you like, and to record my life. And you know, lessons learned. It's always good to learn lessons. And a lot of people write down their things, because when you write stuff down, it sort of absorbs into the brain better. And some people type it into a journal. I kind of want to put it on YouTube and sort of absorb it that way. So future me can watch it back and say, oh, those are the good old days, you know. So that's a Monday. This is Monday, so had fun today. Got some cool stuff done. So this is Beyond Burger, and what I tend to do, because they're quite soft, I tend to squash them down into a larger patty. They don't look as large, but they are, and then it tastes much nicer. It gets like really like a proper burger. If you have them as they are, they're just too soft. And I'm having some black tea with some, had an orange earlier. M&S oranges are lovely, really good value for money, really juicy. And I basically have just cut the peel off and having them in my tea. So I've got like an orange black tea. Superb. Once upon a time, a well-meaning fellow named Gary stood at the entrance of his grand home. Standing on his porch was a strange visitor, wrapped in a coat, his face obscured in deep shadow. Overcome with pity, Gary threw his arms wide open and invited the stranger to take whatever he pleased. The stranger lingered in the doorway, his features hidden in the dark. When Gary asked why he looked so glum, the guest simply waved him away and offered a weak excuse. Gary brought him inside, right past a sign on the mantel that forbade any open flames in the house. But just as soon as he turned round, he caught a flicker of light as the guest was casually flicking a lighter near the curtains. Panic setting in, Gary questioned why he was messing around with the fire in the house. The visitor merely shrugged off the accusation and made out as if it was nothing. Suddenly, before Gary could act, thick smoke swept across the ceiling, and in a flash, the guest stepped out the shadows, seizing Gary's leg, revealing a razor-sharp, snarling wolf's head, complete with a tall top hat, his human mask falling to the floor. The beast sank its teeth straight into Gary's leg with a brutal, sickening crunch. It was only then, with the roaring flames reflected in the wolf's wild eyes, that Gary's brain finally caught up. Shrieking in terror, looking around to see the room was on fire, he gasped, Are you a wolf?" The wolf, in mid-chew, with Gary's limbs still in his mouth, told Gary he was simply hallucinating and needed to stop imagining things. Within minutes, the structure of the house had caved in, reducing the once grand home into a heap of smouldering embers. When the dust finally settled, Gary was left propped up on a solitary wooden crutch, staring at the ash pile in sheer agony. He cried out that his entire life had been ruined, and reminded the beast of how kind he had been. The wolf carefully adjusted his top hat, glancing down at Gary's remaining foot, smiled, and turned to walk away. He hovered at the door and demanded the keys to Gary's car so he could make a swift getaway. If somebody's burning down your living room and chewing on your foot, stop waiting for more evidence. You don't need a formal introduction to know when a wolf is eating you. Lock the front door, hold on to your car keys, and stop letting wolves in top hats sit at your table. Now a quick word from our sponsors. Level up your mindset. Synergize your daily rituals. Manifest the matrix. 10x your emotional ROI. Disrupt your own domain. Today's video is brought to you by Boundaries. Take 2 when you feel yourself letting a wolf come and sit on your living room couch. Side effects include keeping your house, keeping your leg, and holding on to your car keys. Try Boundaries. Absolute cinema. Uncle Unlimited!
Yeah! Uncle Unlimited! Clear the room! Turn the lights down! Yeah, got the snake in the coat, got the wolf at the door. Biting through the femur, leaving ashes on the floor. Carl Jung in the shadows, yeah, we keeping it raw. Boundary supplement, that's the ultimate Uncle Unlimited. Clear the room. Turn the lights down. Got the snake in the coat, got the wolf at the door, biting through the femur, leaving ashes on the floor. Carl Jung in the shadows, yeah, we keeping it raw. Boundary supplement, that's the ultimate law. They talk big, I don't budge, I don't fold, I don't crack. You can test that perimeter by send it right back. Steel in the stare and the code in the chest. If the line gets crossed, then the answer's no rest. Sawed off Gary, keep your car keys. Standing on one leg, chopping down the trees. No more Mr. Nice Guy, take your pills, take two. Boundaries up, now the cinema's through. Sawed off Gary, keep your car keys. Standing on one leg, chopping down the trees. No more Mr. Nice Guy, take your pills, take two. Boundaries up, now the cinema's through. Now the cinema's through. Now the cinema's through. Uncle Unlimited, I don't answer the crumbs. I got a brass knuckle yes and a deadbolt tongue. You came loud, I came colder with a grin and a glare. If you want the whole kingdom, better learn how to share. I've been maping the pressure like a scar in a slate. Every maybe gets welded, every later gets late. So don't call for the moon when you can't walk the block. Got the gate on my side and a fist on the lock.
Take the hit, read the sign, back up clean, stay in line.